Welcome back. Today we're talking with Colorado's best attorney about storm damage and your insurance. Now, the devastation in Moore, Oklahoma has everyone thinking, how will all of these people ever rebuild and recover? It is now estimated that 13,000 homes were damaged or destroyed by the tornado on Monday, and it caused $2 billion in damage. And when you see images of these entire neighborhoods just flattened, you, of course, hope they all had insurance and will be able to start over. Well, we wanted to know a little more about what homeowners insurance does cover in situations like this and how much you might have to spend out of your own pocket. Our legal expert, Phil Harding, is here today, as he is every Friday, to answer our legal questions. Now, Phil, of course, you know, we see cases like that, and it also brings it home, because here in Colorado, we've had devastating storms in Windsor and out near Lyman very recently. So, you know, it definitely, you know, it always brings it home. Like, do I have enough insurance? And if this happened, is everything covered?
Right.
It gets pretty complicated.
And it's not just tornadoes, it's hail as well. And I think it's really important. This is a big topic this week. Everyone's talking about it. And when our viewers are done watching this segment, they will know not only about the right coverage to put on their house, but also how to take this homeowner's coverage and for a little extra money, protect themselves in their car as well.
Yeah, because I think most of us think, all right, well, I have homeowners insurance, so I must be covered. But that's not the case. I mean, it kind of gets down into the details, right?
Right, and let's go into these details a little bit. There are really three different types, and not three, but there are different types of coverage that you can get on your homeowner's policy. And let's talk about this.
All right.
First of all, there's what's known as ACV, which stands for actual cash value. And what that means is, and let's take the example of it's the winter and a pipe breaks and you have to replace part of your basement. Okay. So they would come in and they'd say, all right, well, we're going to pay, because you're under actual cash value, the actual cash value of repairing this. But if you had older drywall or a roof or anything like that, they'll say, well, the replacement cost is $20,000, but it's so old, we're going to minus out this depreciation. And so you may only get half of what you think you're going to get paid.
So you could fork over thousands and thousands of dollars to get that repaired.
Absolutely. Don't go with ACV.
Okay.
The next one is replacement cost. And that's where, again, in this example, if it's $20,000, they'll write you a check for $20,000 minus your deductible to replace that. And then the final one, which is really important, is this code upgrade. And let's talk a little bit about the code upgrade and what that means. And what the code upgrade talks about is if there's this flood and if everything's damaged in your basement, and let's say you had old electrical, they say, we're going to replace it with the non-grounded electrical. But then when you get the work done, city's going to come in and say, you know, you need to upgrade your electrical. So your insurance is not going to pay for this upgraded electrical. That's out of your pocket. So you want this code upgrade as well. That's very important to get. So let's talk about now how to look over all this. Remember, in the past we've talked about legal checkups and medical checkups. There's an insurance checkup. Now, I want you to go and talk to your insurance agent and talk to them about not only the type of coverage you want, for example, replacement cost with the code upgrade, but also I want to talk about there's something called special deductibles, and special deductibles are really scary. And for example, down in Oklahoma, they're going to have special deductibles on wind. Here in Colorado, there are special deductibles on hail. And generally what it says is when you look and you think, oh wow, my deductible is only $500, but then you're going to see a special deductible, for example, on wind, and it's going to say, for example, let's take an example of hail hits your roof and you have a 2% special deductible. And someone comes in and says, this is going to cost you $10,000 to replace this roof, but you have a 2%. A lot of people think it's 2% of the replacement of that $10,000, but it's 2% of the full value of your house.
Well, good grief, it just seems so tricky.
It is tricky. It's unbelievably tricky. So essentially that 2% of $300,000 is a $6,000 deductible. So now the insurance is only paying you $4,000 on $10,000 to replace.
So what do you advise then? I mean, is there some sort of, I don't know, umbrella policy or something that you can do to make sure, I just want to make sure everything is covered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything.
And it is so good to look into. Go and talk to your agent. Your agent is going to help you out on this thing. He's going to let you know about special deductibles. He's going to let you know about everything. And this gets me into really my final point, which is umbrella, which you touched on. Umbrella, umbrella, umbrella. I've talked about it in the past.
Umbrella, okay.
I love umbrellas, and everyone should love umbrellas because for a very small amount, when you go in and talk to your homeowner's insurance, again, talk to them about the umbrella. For maybe $300 or $400, you can add $1 million more on top of your normal coverage. But this umbrella only happens when you have your homeowner's or renter's insurance along with the same company with your auto insurance.
So, okay, so more than one thing that's covered.
Right.
All right, this is good stuff, Phil. A lot to think about and a lot to take to your insurance agent, as you said, and have your insurance checkup. But great information. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate
And
it.
get that umbrella.
Yeah, get the umbrella. Now, if you have any legal questions for Phil, he wants to hear from you. Just go to our website, coloradosbest.tv, look for his photo and click on it. Right then, you can submit your own legal questions. He takes the time to answer them all personally, and he might even address them right here on Colorado's Best. And if you'd like to reach Phil at his office, Harding & Associates, here's the number, 303-762-9500, 303-762-9500. You can also go to hlaw.org. Well, coming up.